The summer before last was the only summer that I've ever had where I haven't had a job. And I was a lifeguard this past summer, and I realized why my hiatus was so awesome. It wasn't because I got to sit around and paint all day. It wasn't because I had to sit around and stress about money, because, God knows I did. It's because I didn't have to deal with ignorant, stupid people. Now, I'm not one of those people who think that every person is completely ignorant and stupid and I hate everything, blah, blah, blah. I just think everyone who I interacted with was exceptionally beyond that measure. These people may or may not have been idiots. I'm not one to pass judgment, but I'll let you. Of course I didn't tell these people that they were idiots to their face. Take case example 1. There was this big burly guy. Big hair, muscular, not fat at all, just somebody that you didn't want to mess with in a dark alley. He had this little 3-year-old daughter, and I kept seeing them throughout the park, and they were so cute. They were at this location where there was like the jungle gym with like the slides coming down, and he got out of the slide holding his hand. He's like, I just thought I should let you know that I cut my hand coming down your slide. There's a sharp object sticking out, can injure people. I asked him if he needed medical attention first off, and he just showed me like this long scrape on his arm that wasn't deep at all. Somehow he got the scrape, and he said that he was trying to stop himself as he was going down the slide. Oh no, they get better. Not even half an hour later, from the big burly guy with the stopping, there was a woman that came up with her little daughter, and the daughter was holding her head. The woman said, my daughter just banged her head on one of the railings because she didn't see it. The railings that are used to keep kids upright while they're walking along the thing. The woman told me, you should mention this to your supervisor that they should change the color of the railings to make them more visible to children, like blue. Because this woman was at a water park, she thought that blue would be more visible to the average passerby. As stupid as it sounds, sometimes there are people that go to water parks not to swim. There was this mother and father, and they were wearing like this poncho type thing. Now, one of the most repetitive parts of the water park was that there was this giant bucket that had like 1,000 gallons of water that just like dumped randomly every 2 minutes. The best part was that this mother and father were directly underneath the bucket. So the bell started ringing, and that warns the people below that the water is going to come down, and like the little 6-year-olds who knew that the water was going to come down came running, told them to walk. It's kind of like a train wreck. You don't want to stare, but you can't look away. Needless to say, for some reason, they didn't understand what the ringing was. They didn't move from the bucket, and they got drenched. I laughed. And last, but certainly not least, there's a raft ride, which we need a lifeguard for at the bottom to stop the rafts from going any further. And at the very bottom, rafts come down and they hit the water and it sprays everywhere. So I was soaking wet. This girl came up to me dressed in complete regular street clothes, no swimsuit. To my left, there was a wave pool. To my right, there was a play area spraying water every which way. The woman comes up and asks me in all seriousness, excuse me, are there any rides that I can ride where I won't get wet? I was completely dumbfounded, but I couldn't help responding with, you know you're in a water park, right? As it turns out, she was part of a church group, which must not have mentioned that she was going to a water park. We advertise as an indoor water park resort. It was, in all actuality, a water park resort. And this is why I need the Nerd Fighters to keep my sanity.